Money is energy. Well, everything is energy, right? The reason why $1 is energy is because just like a calorie is a unit of energy, $1 is a unit of value in energy. Why? Because money holds the value, transfers value, converts different forms of value into another. And so money is energy. What else do we know about energy is that Einstein said energy is mass times the speed of light squared. What does that tell us? That means that energy, also known as money, is a function of speed of light squared. It's a massive equation between money here on this side, so energy, money, and this is light, this is speed. This is speed of light to the power of 2. Crazy amount. So what does that tell us? The more speed you put into this side of the equation, what happens to the energy? The energy goes higher or lower? Higher. The more speed you put into your belief system, the more frequency you put into outside in the world, what happens to the energy? The energy goes higher, right? So the speed at which you do things matter, right? And the speed at which you do positive things, obviously, and do it now again is not about doing all the things and being this person who has all a crazy amount of to-do list. No, that's why yesterday we talked about get rid of 80% of the things that are not serving you so that you can go on the 20% full speed. So masculine energy is hierarchical. It's always starts somewhere and gets to an end. It's goal-oriented, it's linear, it's a line. It goes up. There is a problem, let me go fix it. This is happening, let me go do it, right? It's linear. Men in the society, in the hierarchy, they start again from the page, they go to the knight, to the prince, to the king, or whatever it is, like the corporate ladder. All of these are masculine energy going up the corporate ladder. It values independence. I can do it all by myself. And this is all the women who are now in their masculine energy. I'm independent, financial independence. That is masculine energy. There's nothing wrong with it. We're just talking about this is masculine energy. Logic and reason is masculine energy and is very goal-oriented. On the other side, feminine energy is holistic, brings everybody together. Can be a lot of things all at once. You can be a loving queen who's also wise and sage and all the things that are all at the same time. You can flow between different kinds of your being. It's non-linear. It's also very clear and evident in a fight between men and women. We are like, this hurricane of all the things that comes out of your mouth, and the man is like, how can I fix this? And the woman is just, right? So that's why women and men fight. So men want to get that problem and make it smaller, and women want to get one thing and talk about it and make it bigger and have it all over the place. And men are like, what is happening to me? And the woman just wants to vent, right? So I don't want you to fix my problem. So that's because women are communication oriented, whereas men are action oriented. Women just want to talk. I don't want you to solve my problem. Let me just talk. No, let me fix your problem. No. So once you understand this, your relationship is going to get better, by the way. Feminine energy values collaboration, connection. It is intuition. So every time that you go into intuition, that is a feminine energy. Again, men have that too. And imagination, creation is feminine energy. How beautiful is that? And it is the journey oriented. Right, so the feminine energy is the one that stops to smell the flowers. The masculine energy wants to get to the point. And again, there is no right or wrong. This is just how the feminine and masculine is. And we have access to both of us, right? So if I was just in my feminine energy, I would never get anything done, right? Because I'm like, all right? So we set goals, and that when we do set goals, we are using our masculine. If I just am using my imagination and intuition, things may not go as well. So that's why we also can bring logic and reason. So now the fascinating revelation that I had, team, I realized that the Invest Diva Diamond Analysis is literally the perfect combination between masculine and feminine. Look, the capital analysis is your risk tolerance. Where are you right now? You're going through the numbers. You're using logic and reason. Then we go to number 2, intentional. You're setting the goal. Goal setting is a masculine energy. Then we get to number 3, fundamental analysis. Now we're going to go into looking into the asset. So we're first looking at their numbers, masculine, and we're also looking at their teams and what they're doing, the values they're bringing, the communications that they're having. Fundamental, that's M and F. Then we get to technical. So it's interesting, the chart art, when we look at the patterns, It actually is looking at the patterns and using our really imagination, looking at the market sentiment and psychological levels. Those are all feminine energy. We're basically, it can maybe bring in a little bit of masculine, analyzing the flow of the things and the patterns. Like feminine energy has patterns, right? And then finally we get to sentimental and intuition. This is again literally what other people are saying, and then we get into our gut feeling and we make the final decision. That's why the IDDA works, team. It brings the masculine and feminine together, and you're using both. So that is how we literally get you to go between the masculine and feminine every time you do an IDDA. So this is interesting, right? How many guys have heard me talk about how money is not material? So money is not material. Why? Because the value of money is not based on the material it's made out of. The same way the value of cryptocurrency is not based on the material crypto is made out of. Crypto is just energy. Stocks are just energy. Credit card is basically like literally now transactions of energy. So money is not materialistic. So that's why when people say, I'm not materialistic, I don't care about money. It's like, okay, which one is it? Because money is not material. So are you materialistic or you don't like money? Like they don't go together. Money's value is based on the message that it carries. And now we found out that message communication is a feminine energy. Isn't that cool? How do we know that? The message that it carries. So for example, okay, oh, these sneakers that I bought, they're very cute, right? So they're adorable, but they're like literally normal. What made it pricey?
The Chanel.
The Chanel logo.
Oh yeah, because I know which Chanel.
And you can't even see. It's like microscopic here. So, and one on the side. Yes. So if this was not, if this logo was not on this would have been probably 50 bucks. Yeah. And the logo, I don't remember how much I paid, like 5,000 or whatever. The logo, 10x is freaking price. But what does this prove? Yeah. That the value of the shoes, the value is based on the message it carries. What is the message I'm communicating? Oh, yeah. I belong to the Coco Chanel cult. That's like literally what it is, right? Our Invest Diva shop over there, put a $5,000 tag on them. I think it's gonna sell better. Because it's gonna say I'm valuable. Look, I have a diamond on me. Like, what's the difference? How many guys remember the 4 levels of value? There are 4 levels of value in the marketplace. On the lowest level, if you look at it like steps, is implementation. Is people who do the thing, the people who clean the floors, people who exchange time for their money, which are both limited in resources. And that income wage is typically anywhere from minimum wage to 80K per year. Minimum wage if you're a hamburger maker at McDonald's, 80K per year if you are a mechanic and work on Lamborghinis. The next level of value is unification. So this is interesting because he describes this level as the managers. And he said the reason why people in this level make more money is because they have a higher level of resourcefulness. Now we know what that resourcefulness is. It's actually feminine energy, is communicating with the people. When you're only in the masculine, you have a lower cap on your income. When you bring in a little bit of feminine, the communication, the management of people, your cap goes higher. Now, if you're a manager at McDonald's, your minimum is about 40K per year. If you're working at a bank or Lockheed Martin, 250K, that is the cap that you have, but still you have a cap. And then above this line is where abundance lives. What is that? The third level of value is communication. Literally the essence of feminine energy. So it's interesting that a lot of salespeople are thinking about it are men, whereas communication is actually feminine energy. So why are these men so successful at sales? Is because they are combining their logic with a lot of feminine communication energy. So that's where the power is, men who have access to their feminine energy. But again, communication alone is sales copy. You can never have just communication because the 4th level of value, that is where the absolute fortunes are made. When you combine communication and imagination, that's where you're golden. So some examples, right? Steve Jobs, imagined something and then he communicated to the people to move the people. Again, imagination is what? Feminine energy. Communication is also feminine energy. Combined together is this powerhouse. And now we have Taylor Swift. She imagines and writes all of her heartbreaks, all of her love. He turns them into a message, and then she communicates it well. She sings it well, and she moves the masses. She moves the people. Again, she is living in this area, and that's the reason why she's a billionaire now. So when you combine these two together, that's where you are golden. But this is very interesting because the levels of value itself is hierarchical. You see how Myron Golden brought the hierarchical, and guess how this hierarchy goes higher as it feeds in more feminine. Isn't this like a crazy discovery? I feel like Einstein here. How are you guys not jumping over? Oh my God, this is the most amazing discovery ever. Okay. So money is both masculine and feminine, team. And its masculine value goes higher as you feed feminine energy into it. I don't know why you guys are not super excited about this. You should be jumping. Does this actually make sense, or am I just like excited for it? You guys are the first people who I've shared this with, so I'm like, this is kind of like a test. Is this making sense? If I make this into a YouTube video, or am I gonna get?
I think it's brilliant.
Thank you. That's what I needed. Yes.
I'm not, on your other, it's like 2 slides ago, I was like, Jesus, that is brilliant. Like literally in my head, I thought that, and so it is. It's really, really good.
The Nobel Prize of money goes to. All right. So why is becoming a millionaire important? So let's first talk about the 4 types of millionaires very quickly. So asset millionaires are people who have a net worth that is over $1 million. What is net worth? Net worth is your assets minus your liabilities. Then we have the cash flow millionaires. These are a lot of entrepreneurs who make millions of dollars, maybe per day, per month, per year, and passive income such as rental cash and automated business income dividends. But again, cash flow millionaire is not necessarily either an asset millionaire or the next best thing, which is portfolio millionaire. We know a lot of entrepreneurs who made a lot of money and are broke. And that's why when we celebrate you guys, we celebrate the portfolio, 100K portfolio, 500K portfolio, which is the next step for all of you. And the reason why that is important is because if you have money in that portfolio that is working for you, that means your money is actually growing, and growth is fulfillment, right? So if you have just money in your checking account, if in your savings account is not growing, and it's in fact devaluating, but if you're a portfolio millionaire, that is when you're an actual millionaire. And then last but not least is a trust fund millionaire. It kind of goes down to the foundation. This is when you create a trust fund system to insure your assets, lower your taxes, pass along to the next generations, donate, and then the foundation really, it exists for all of these billionaires, and then encourages people to give back. And the way it encourages you is because you get tax breaks. And I really do. So basically the choice comes down to, are you going to give your money to the government to spend it however they want? Or are you going to give it to the causes that you care about? So it gives you, again, choice. Because when you are not a millionaire, you are giving your money to the government anyway. And some people don't like the government. And then, so you're helping it anyway. Once you become a millionaire, you have the option to have the foundation. And if you love the government and what they're doing with your money, that's fine. But if there are areas that you're like, you know what, I'd rather invest my money somewhere else. So that is why becoming a millionaire, in my opinion, is super important, because it gives you options on how to give away your money. You just give it away to the government, or you give it to other things that you care about. So that is why is becoming a millionaire important. A millionaire now today, like compared to 40 years ago, like it's not that crazy. Like I feel like billionaire now is like 100 million, like maybe 100 years ago or something like that. So becoming a millionaire is so important if you really want to love on your people. If you have kids, like having that freedom to have a nanny, to have date nights with your kids. And again, not that I do it right now, but yes, because of inflation, you want to be a portfolio millionaire. Like, let's get it straight, because you want your money to be working for you. And then once you become a millionaire, that is when, if you are a good person, a loving person, that is how you can love on your people. So that is how you can have that nice vacation. That is how you can have that freedom to have the wedding and go on the honeymoon and have an amazing relationship. And if you don't have an amazing relationship, you can hire a coach to help you get there. Like the amount that I invest invested in coaches last year is insane. About $500,000. But still was cheaper than getting a divorce. Considering, you know, well, not just the money division, but also the emotional damage on Jasmine and him, and then whatever happens, maybe he'll get another wife and the wife is abusive, and like there, you cannot put a number on that. And that's why when we talk about, oh, so relationship, oh, without relationship, you were still miserable. Okay, without money, I would have been even more miserable. Money was the blessing that fixed my relationship, that allowed me to have time to actually take a journey within and figure out the things that I was doing wrong. Because before that, I was just scared about money. And, oh my gosh, money, I don't have money, what am I gonna do? Like everything, poor people, all they think about is money, unfortunately. And they say they don't care about money, but all they think about is money. Therefore, they cannot actually reach within and achieve what they want to achieve and do what they want to do, because all they care about is actually money. All the decisions they make is based on lack of money.